Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your FL Studio projects for recording. First thing you need to do is open up FL Studio 20 or whatever FL Studio version you're using. And then what you want to do now, you're greeted with this empty playlist, this project. First thing I do is label the mixer. So I go to the mixer, I select the mixer, view mixer, you can press F9. And then your view will most likely look like this. This is the compact version, you know. First and foremost, I don't like this view per se, unless I have many tracks open. Even that, I don't like this view because everything's so squashed, you know. So I like to go to where it says compact, press this button, and press wide 2, and I prefer this view, right? Okay, so what now? How do you go about labeling the mixer now? Okay, you're probably wondering. There's also these other views as well, wide 3. I think no, I prefer wide. Yeah, I think I like this wide 3. Yeah, this is the one I like. Right, okay, so once you've opened up the mixer, the first thing you need to do is label the mixer. So what I usually have is that when you're recording, you're automatically going to have a beat, unless you're recording a cappella with just a metronome. So you're going to have a beat, so you need to take a mental note. Okay, there's going to be beat, what else? Lead vocals, okay? And you're most likely going to have ad-libs, and another optional one is vocal dubs. So that's at least 1, 2, 3, 4 individual tracks. Then of course, the vocals need to be all grouped, so that's where you create the vocal bus. So let's create this, okay? First thing, we're going to go to mixer 1, we're going to rename that to beats, okay? And then the next one, we're going to leave a gap, okay? And then go to number 3, name that lead vox. These are the lead vocals, okay? Then insert 4, we're going to rename that vox dubs. This is for the double takes or the stabs. Insert 5, we're going to go to that and call it ad-libs, right? And then what we're going to need to do now is select lead vox, vox dubs, and ad-libs. So press hold, control, shift, highlight all these individual tracks here, and then we're going to color it, okay? We're going to color it. So right click, change color, and we're going to select a blue color. I like selecting the blue color because I'm just used to that. Then what we need to do now, you see insert 2 is empty, okay? We're going to, whilst this is all selected, we're going to right click on insert 2, route to this track only. What we're going to do now is go to insert 2, right click, rename that to vox bus. This is the group, this is where all the vocals are going to be routed into. We're going to change this color also. We're going to change it to like a red color. Well, it says brown here, but red color. Okay. Then the beat also, we're going to change color to like, let's say, keep it red as well. Okay. This is the most simple way to organize your project before starting out. And after a while, of course, if you check out the description, you'll see that there's a free template for FL Studio, and we'll have this exact template. So everything's routed. You don't need to do anything. Just template so that you can save time. Just open up the template. This is all routed in for you. All right, cool. So now we've done step 1 and step 2, because step 2 is route mixer channels accordingly. So you can see the lead vocals now is routed into the vox bus, and the vox dubs is routed into the vocal bus, and the ad-libs are routed into the vocal bus, and the beat and the vox bus is routed into the master bus. That's the most simple way to do it, and that's the way I recommend you to do it as well. We need to create the recording channel now. So usually you can select any random insert, but I like to select number 10 because it leaves enough space in the other sides to do what I need to do. So I select number 10, and I can just either rename this recording, or mic. I can name it microphone, mic or microphone. Then what you want to do now is where it says insert, or no, where it says where the slots are, where it says none, you select your microphone. Okay, the microphone is most likely going to be a mono microphone, unless you have a stereo microphone, you have 2 microphones. But if you're going to be using just recording normal tracks, you're going to be using like a studio condenser microphone or a USB microphone. You want to record in mono, so select either 1 or 2 depending on which one it is routed into your audio interface. But mine's routed into number 1, okay? So I selected that, and I'm going to mute it for now because I don't want it to be playing out loud, okay? So once that is routed in, you want to do this. You can leave it as this, and then what you want to do when you're recording, for example, the lead vocals, you can route this into lead vox, like that. When you're recording the vocal dubs, you can right click, route to this track only, vocal dubs. When you're recording the ad-libs, you can right click on the ad-libs, route to this track only, record the ad-libs. And that saves you time, especially when recording, because whenever you record into FL Studio 20 and record just with an empty, just with a microphone channel itself, they're all going to come there, and then you're going to have to manually reroute everything, especially if you've recorded everything first, then you want to go back to the mixer. A lot of time is saved by doing it this way, okay? So we need to go to step 3. We need to, before we actually get recording, we need to set the buffer rate. The buffer length is the time it takes your computer to process the audio signal coming from your microphone to your audio interface into your DAW. So we need to set the buffer length. Ideally, you want to go to, okay, let's say you go to options, audio settings, and then this is where we set things. So right now, my device, I'm using FL Studio ASIO. If you don't have your audio interface, then you'll be using FL Studio ASIO. I have an audio interface, so I can select my audio interface, okay? So my audio interface is the solid state logic ASIO driver. And okay, so that's what I've set. Then you press where it says buffer length. And buffer length right now, it is at 512. So it'll take 512 samples or 11 milliseconds from whenever I speak into this microphone, into my audio interface, into my DAW, and that's how long it will take. So the higher the buffer length, essentially, the more delay there's going to be on your DAW, on your audio. Okay, so ideally you want the lowest buffer length possible. That way there's no delay, because if you use a higher buffer length, what you're going to essentially have to do is now shift the vocal take, nudge it to the left, because you'll notice that delay. But maybe if for example, if it's, let's say, below 256 samples or 128 samples, then you may not be able to audibly hear the differences. But if the higher the buffer length, say it's 2048, you're going to definitely hear the delay and the round trip delay that's been taking place. So I've made a video also on buffer length and buffer sizes and whatnot, so you can check out the card above. Link will also be in the description, so you can check out. But set the buffer length to what your computer can handle, ideally the lowest, okay? And that's essentially it. Another tip is also record at the sample rate of 48,000 hertz. Okay, to do this, where it says sample rate, select 48,000 hertz. You want to do this before you even do anything, like really and truly. And even if you record at the two sample rates you want to record at is either 44.1 thousand hertz or 48,000 hertz. But you can just set it at that, and that's simply how to route and how to set up your FL Studio project for recording. Also, don't forget to check out the template for this template. This template is going to be provided. That's simply it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.